April the 27th, scents. Gardens and woods are the best places to enjoy the scents of April. The large number of plants coming into flower in both these habitats means the greatest variety is there. Primulas and Clematis montana have soft, sweet smells. Irises are more varied, some having fruity scents, such as orange or plum. Great hyacinths, so typical of early April, tend to musk and honey, with white varieties sometimes smelling of starch. Harsher scents are found in the pungency of marigolds. The herb garden, with its fresh, green growth, has a more complicated array of scents. For example, bay, mint, rosemary, fennel, and marjoram all emit their strong, unique scents when bruised. There is also some variation among the shrubs, with viburnums being the heavyweights, producing rich, complicated, sweet perfumes. Ceanothus flowers, with their many different varieties, are usually sweet and musky. Flowering currants tend to have more spice, and the winter hazel, Coreopsis, smells of cowslips. Mexican orange and any remaining Mahonia smells of orange and lily of the valley respectively. Trees are not generally known for their insect-attracting odours, as most are wind-pollinated, but there are exceptions. Although most magnolias and ornamental cherries throw no scent, some do. The Yoshino cherry and bird cherry are both almond-scented. Some crabapples produce a light, sweet smell, even when the flowers are still in the bud. Orchards, of course, are the best places to enjoy the evocative smell of apple blossom. More unusual smells in trees are the vanilla-scented azara and the medicinal scent of balsam poplars. Woods have collections of more delicate scents. Muscatel is still producing its muscat and sometimes almond scent. This is produced only in the morning and evening. Wood anemones in numbers have their foxy scent, and ground ivy is pleasantly balsam. Earlier in the month, where there are numbers of daffodils and primroses, they emit mussy scents. Where there are sheets of dog mercury, there is sometimes an odour of decaying fish. The scent of bluebells, which are usually in full bloom by the end of this month, is more complicated, with elements of spice, balsam, and even cinnamon. The prize for the most unpleasant smell of the month could well go to the wild arum, which not only smells of urine, but is difficult to get off your hand once you touch the plant. The rare early purple orchid has arguably the most unusual scent. It is said to start with vanilla, go on to goat, and end in perspiration. This might explain why, even though it is one of the most beautiful flowers of April, it has never suffered from being picked for vases. On grassy slopes, it is worth seeking out violets, primroses, and cowslips for their scents. The cowslip has been described by as a mixture of aniseed and wintergreen. This smell is also emitted from the root of the plant. The fleeting, unique odour of violets was enjoyed by Shakespeare, who made several references to inhaling the smell whilst lying on a bank of wild violets. Fortunately, this can still be done on the slopes, on slopes such as White Down on the North Downs, where large patches of white and purple-scented violets still exist. A variety of other familiar scents include onion in Ramsons, garlic in Jack by the Hedge. Other musky scents are found in herb robert, red dead nettle, and wild strawberry, and of course gorse still smells strongly of coconuts. The most complicated of all scents is often put down to the wallflower. The first draft is said to be pure violets. It can then go on to exhibit elements of rose, orange, and hawthorn. They used to be called handflowers on account of them being used in wedding posies, and may still be found growing wild, possibly on the walls of Waltham Abbey and Beddington Church. Their presence on old castle walls was said to be encouraged so that their scent drifted through the open windows into their musty interiors. We tend not to think of mosses and liverworts being scented, having no reason to want to attract a pollinator, but there is one noticeable exception worth looking for. This is the great scented or snake liverwort, Conocephalum conicum. At this time of year, it looks like green snakeskin covering wet ground along the edges of streams. When crushed, its leaves or thallus emits a strong, spicy, even floral scent with elements of both turpentine and violets. Shady woods with streams running through them in southwest London are the best places to look for it.